I welcome you all to MOOC's course entitled Community Engagement and Social Responsibility. I will be discussing Unit 3 today. It deals with rural development programs, implications, and management. This unit has two modules. The second module is about local administration and community involvement. Module 2, Part 3. In the third part of second module, we will be studying about healthcare worker, second part. In the previous part of the module, we studied about healthcare worker Asha.
On the screen, you can see a sample of form which is used by ASHA workers to fill in. That means if ASHA workers are doing some social service, or they are visiting home, or they are giving important information to the district authorities, they need to fill in the form. Now, how the form looks like, you can see here. So the first segment talks about personal information, where you have name. That means you need to fill the name of the patient, the age of the patient, and which village or panchayat they belong to, the block, the district, then their address, if at all they are carrying any mobile number or any contact number. Then the date since ASHA worker is working with them. I mean, the date since she is helping that family. Also, the patient, what is the literate profile, how educated the patient is. Then if ASHA worker has taken the patient to any sub-center, so the name of that sub-center or address of that same, the sub-center. Then whether ASHA has provided any drug kit to the patient, then when it was given, what were the components of the drug kit, and whether the patients received the drug kit or not, and have they been using it or not. Then all such information is filled in by ASHA workers. In fact, ASHA workers are supposed to fill in these small and minute details and report to the village authorities or the district authorities, so that the action can be taken, the corrective action can be taken uh, as soon as possible. Then on the other hand, you can also see a table and a chart where the household information of the villages is to be recorded and reported. So here you have number of villages, and who is the head of the family, how many total members are there in a family, how many are male and female, age of different children, specifically, putting them into slabs of like how many children from 0 to 1 year, 0 to 5 years, or maybe 10 to 19 years, and how many people are above 60 in the family. What is the status of facility which they have at home? I mean, whether they have toilets, and whether they have safe access to safe drinking water, and also electricity is there or not. So in that case, this entire information is also filled by ASHA workers, just to have the profile of the family which she is visiting, or what is the environment in which the patient is, so that the medicines can be given accordingly and the treatment can be given accordingly. Moving to the second type of worker, we finished with the ASHA worker. Next is Anganwadi workers. As you can see in the picture, there is a lady here and there are children here, and she's trying to teach them and entertain them. So Anganwadi is comes from the Hindi word courtyard shelter. That means in a community, an Anganwadi actually offers basic healthcare facilities to children or kids, and that is a part of integrated child development services, which is a government of India initiative, and that is taken to tackle the child malnutrition. Now, this initiative of government began in 1975 and is called popularly as ICDS. You can see here also, you can check the manual of Anganwadi workers as well. So, coming back to the point, what is Anganwadi? Anganwadi is a courtyard where you have children, and these workers, they would take care of the health of children and offer basic health services to them. Now, these days, government is giving Anganwadi workers a user manual. So Anganwadi workers are supposed to go through the user manual, and thanks to the process of digitalization, that an app has been developed, and Anganwadi workers are supposed to download that app, and using their mobile phones they can access not only to the information but also can fill in different details and information required by the district authorities of the child care center. So you can have a look at it on your screen. So you have this Anganwadi center. If you open the app, it will look like this. And so you have a daily form to track Anganwadi Worker Center. How to track it? Firstly, on the screen it will appear whether the center was open or not. So you need to fill in that. Anganwadi center was closed or open, you can physically go and check and fill in and report. The second information is about the attendance. So how many children were present, maybe the names of the children are also listed, so you can just put a small tick against the name of the child who was present, for example Suraj, Kumar. Then third is the information about hot meal, whether the children were served lunch and the attendance, so which children were present. Of course the children of that particular center will be registered, so she can put a tick there saying, for example Ramesh or maybe Suraj, these students were present, so she can put a tick against the box. And the students who were absent, or the children who were absent, the box can be left vacant. Third information would be regarding meal, hot meal, and the question will be which children were served the lunch today. So again in this, the Anganwadi worker can actually tick in that lunch was served, and yes, which children had lunch the other day, how many were absent, etc. Fourth type of information which the app or on daily feeding talks about is the activities, that what all activities were conducted on daily basis by that particular Anganwadi center, like for example prayer, then checking the personal hygiene of the children, also some kind of cognitive activities were conducted by them or not. So these activities were being conducted or not is also a type of information which Anganwadi workers give them. And lastly, to authenticate the information, the worker can take a small picture of the children who are sitting in Anganwadi just to authenticate the information that yes, they were present, and the picture can be pasted here just to make sure that the children were actually present, the kids were actually present. So this is the daily form, the profile of a daily form to track the performance of AWC center, whether it was open, their attendance profile, meal was served, and how many children were there.
Therefore, in this part we studied about the health care worker, second part. In the next part, we will study about Anganwadi workers, roles and responsibilities.
Thank you all for patient hearing.